Nice to have a blanket today to cover yourself or rest, to sit on, just as a comfort under your knees, if you have one. Um, you can make it part of your regular support for yoga. Nice to have a mat to sit on. Um, we'll come into easy pose. Just have a little moment to really feel. So we're going to focus today on grounding and feeling the earth in the poses. As we often do. I was a combination of often and always. So always grounding, but letting it be really our focus today. With your eyes closed, feel the earth, hands on the legs. Lean forward a little bit so you really bring the legs towards the earth. Bring your spine into upright position, and let's come together with sound. Breathing in deeply. Moment for stillness, cultivating peace. Check in with your legs and feet and make sure they're comfortable. Reset if needed for a little movement. I'm just finding some fluidity in our practice today, going over to the right side, over enough to feel it and ground into it, over to the left side. So just have a little freedom here, your own timing. So moving, but establishing each side. And have a moment to complete that each way. Just all the way into the right. Just right amount of sensation, not too much of anything. And then to center, and let's explore forward leaning. Just ground yourself into forward. And then ground into leaning back slightly. Just ground into your sitting bones. And then come forward again. Relax your eyes, downward eyes, or closed. Feel, ground, and return to your center. Warming up our shoulder joints by letting the shoulder blades spread. So this is kind of like a seated cat-cow. Spread your shoulder blades, move around your spine a bit, and then squeeze them together, lift your heart a bit. Do that a few times. So I like to just let my hands slide back and forth to make room for that shoulder blade focus. Broad and together. This strengthens them and warms up our shoulders. Squeeze together one more time and relax your shoulders to neutral. Do engage your low belly lightly towards your spine. And take your head over to the right side, ear towards the shoulder. And in a fluid and slow way, go around. Just over towards the left shoulder and then back to the right, not too fast. Your own way, your own body, releasing tension. Have another moment for that to feel complete for you. Observing your body with compassion. Come up to center. Sitting so the spine is supported by the legs and pelvis. And then the spine supports the skull. The spine and skull together support the brain and spinal cord. The nervous system can register this sense of support and ease, freeing its attention to breathing and meditation. The ribs are free to move the breath instead of supporting sitting. be present with alignment and groundedness. Feel the rib cage, breathe again. And then an inhale focused practice. So just let yourself relax out and exhale. Breathing smoothly in about halfway full. And then halfway full again, keep it smooth. And then exhale, enjoy, release, let go. Again, stretching the inhale, keep it gentle, half full again, float up to the top, and then enjoy your exhalation to let it go. Try that a few more times, pausing for natural breathing if you need to. Be gently open to the space that you can find for your breath. Trying to fully experience all the qualities that go through one more time. Allowing and being soft and not afraid to fill up slowly, bravely. Expand yourself deeply. And just let the exhale go when you're ready. Just let it go. Feel it fall away. Have a moment of stillness. Observe. Be present. And come to heart lifting pose, bringing your hands back with your fingers forward. Just behind your hips comfortably. Lean back into your hands and spiraling energy outward in your hands. Keep them on the floor, but let them spiral open and stretch your chest. Keep your gaze low. Breathe. And then let's unfurl the legs and come out into a boat shape. Bend or straight legs. I'm going to take my hands back a little further to support, so just adjust your hands. And let's pay attention to our feet and ankles for a moment with some drawing toes back, pointing away, some circles. Just stretch and move your feet, all those joints, the miracle of your feet. And then release your legs down, bring your hands forward. Add your blanket cushion under your knees if you need it. We're gonna start with just a kneeling moment. Come up nice, even knees. Plant the tops of the feet. Remember to feel ground in each shape today. And while that's happening, let's give the wrists a little bit of love. So hands and wrists, just do some spinning, some wiggling. Let them open, curl in. And now bring them down to the earth carefully, slowly. So with practice, we learn how to place them so our shoulders stay open. Lightly draw your navel to your spine and begin a nice fluid cat and cow flow, extending lightly and flexing and rounding as deeply as you like. But the extension should be rather mild. The cow spine, nose gaze, cat spine, navel gaze. Enjoy your own flow. Breathe. All the way through the range of motion. So we benefit the fluid movement in the spine. Come to a neutral spot, and then let's do a side to side flow. So that shorten right shoulder and hip towards each other and to the other side. Fully establish each. Enjoy nice sensations in your body, grounding in the nervous system. Mindful of how you're holding yourself. Do an equal number each way. Then make your way to center and back to quarter dog, tucking toes under, hips go back towards the heels. Let your arms go out, hands stay down, but elbows lift, and take your head all the way to the floor if you can. Deep breath, feeling those wings of yours, those broadness in the upper back and chest. Breathe out again. Striking cobra flow starts with quarter dog. And then we'll ease out towards upward dog or a high cobra. Just bring your belly forward to your own degree, shoulders back. And a slow release back to quarter dog. Give yourself the opportunity to do this at your own pace, careful. Back. As we come forward, I'm having a little bit of elbow bending, hugging in. Instead of the super straight arms of upward dog. Back again. And then inhale into forwardness. And let's establish upward dog. Press the arms straight. Work your knees comfortably close. So your low back is happy. The inner thighs roll up. Engage your low belly a little bit. And keep your gaze down. Maybe letting the knees stay resting on the floor today. Arms strong and straight. Don't give in to rolling the shoulders forward. And then a slow release to table to tone in the low belly. And then tuck under your toes, find downward facing dog. A moment for refinements. And then this time, let's add fluidity in the hips and pelvis area. Or legs. So if you want to bend knees or take hips side to side or kind of circle, have your fluid freedom in your downward dog. And then come to center, let your head hang deeply down. The gaze is to the navel, and so that means the head's way down, but don't force it. Belly draws up, keeping that hollowness in the low belly as you breathe. Third breath, twice more. Anything that can be released, let go of gripping. Releasing to standing with groundedness. So not jumping today, not going lightly, but sound pressing of the feet, making your way forward, coming into forward fold, and letting your shoulders hang out of your body. I almost never give that. Just let the shoulders hang down, release the arms. Take care of the back of your legs. So if they're straight, you should have them slightly bent. And if they need more bending, let them bend. Focus on the earth, the grounding. Enjoy your breathing, relax. And exhale once more. Bring your shoulders into your body and bring your hands to your shins. Press your feet, extend your spine, and then stand up. Roll your shoulders back a few times, just releasing them. Let the arms follow. And settle into standing nice and tall. Press the earth with your feet. Breathe deeply. One of our half moon poses for half moon day is a side bend, just starting with feet hip distance. Keep your shoulders down as you reach up your arms. So you want to draw your low ribs together, engage low belly. And then side bend over to the right. So send your left hip out to the side, and side bend the other way. So keeping that crescent shape. Keep your gaze low. Breathe steadily through your nose. Light aspirin sound. And complete one more breath. Slow to center, arms down. Inhale, come shoulders down, arms reach, and side bending other way. Let the hands press into each other. And one more breath is 5. Stay through that exhale. Inhale, energy center, and exhale, release. Surya Namaskar. So training your eyes downward as you reach up. So different, hard to do, change our patterns sometimes. So keep the gaze low, reach up. Exhale into forward fold. Your own version of each. Halfway lift, strong in the belly. Exhale, spread the hands, bend the knees, and step back. A moment to establish plank, and going from plank to downward dog in that smooth and fluid way, just back and forth a few times. Feel the strength of your body, the low belly flying upward. Press your hands. One more time forward, and then back to Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. This time letting your head have the fluidity. Experiment with releasing your neck and head. And then stillness for the last few breaths. Observing what happens when we ask our bodies and brains to be still. Exhale again. Inhale, grounded, coming forward. Top of the mat, breathe out, fold in. Inhale, keep your gaze low as you come up to standing, reach your arms. Exhale, heart center. Elephant pose, feet hip distance or slightly wider. I'm adjusting and refining my feet here, getting ready to stand well. Let your feet spread, your toes spread. Bend your knees, hips down, elephant, trunk, elbows together, thumbs rest upon the third eye. Close your eyes. Focus on these actions. Take a breath to notice earth and ground. And breathe in, stand up. Breathe out. Eyes low, reach your arms. Inhaling. Exhale, forward folding. Process complete for now. Half lift process complete. Spread hands, go back. Heart chakra pose, knees down with cushion as you like. Here, releasing the upper spine. So we come forward, it's like quarter dog with the hips higher. Bring your elbows down carefully. Reach your chest towards the floor and maybe your head. And then carefully extend out your arms and let them rest. Just find a comfortable lengthening of the arms. Heart reaching towards the floor. Hips can vary so that it's comfortable. Uddiyana Bandha, the low belly, is very helpful here, as is Mula Bandha. See if you can tone your pelvic floor a little bit to help support the shape. Releasing the heart and the lungs. If you have any tingling in your fingers, just back off, do less, adjust it. My forehead is feeling very heavy on the earth, so I'm just gonna make a refinement. So work with yourself, just give yourself a little bit more time. Maybe try coming towards the chin if that's not too much. Be present even if it's a little bit challenging. And just take one last breath here. Try to soften the effort. Exhale. Inhale carefully. Lift out and bring the forearms down. Coming to your forearms for forearm plank, so you can stay down on the knees or pop to the toes. Try to bring your hips low and have a moment here to go side to side. Just doing a little side to side. And then find center and take a deep breath. And exhale, carefully bring your belly down, your thighs, release your feet, and slide your hands comfortably in by your chest for cobra pose. Activate the legs gently. Gaze down just off your nose. Feel a lovely breathing movement. One more time. And relax yourself down as you breathe out. Roll over to the right side of your body for smile pose. So we're gonna cross the arms at the chest. Find side body balance. Lift up your legs and your head and shoulders, 5 breaths. Keep your jaw and your heart relaxed. Just try to activate your body. Deeply breathe again. And exhale, release, and come to your belly. Arms overhead this time. Inhale, lift up your head and chest. Activate your legs. Keep your neck comfortably long. Extends it reaching through the top of the head. And let's do smile pose second side. And roll to the left side. Cross your arms at your chest. And lift up your head and shoulders. Lift the corners of your mouth. Feel the activation of the whole body. One more deep breath. And carefully release your legs back to the belly side. Dolphin pose, forearms down. Knees lock in. One at a time, tuck under your toes, lift your hips up and bring your head down. Keep the gaze low, back between the feet. And then gaze out towards your hands and shift forward. And then gaze back, go back a few times, slowing forward and back. Feel the activation of the low belly's uplift and the chest and back strong. One more time, forward and back. Back. Knees down with cushion if needed. Rise up to kneeling. Have a moment in case you need to place your cushion. Eyes low, off the nose, hands to heart. Ustrasana variation, just leaning back, straight body. Ground your feet. Trust your foundation, just lean back. So don't bend your spine, just leaning back. Low gaze. Maybe a little fluidity coming out and back in a few times, just lightly. Go back one more time, just hang back. Lead with your hands and your heart to lift up. Spread hands down, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Focusing on fluidity of breath this time. Finding a nice balance of in-breath and out-breath. One more time, that circle of breathing through the inhalation and the exhalation. Bend your knees as much as you need to start that stepping forward, grounded. Fold in once you're there. Release your spine. Shoulders stay in the body. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale. And then come up. Remember to keep your eyes low as you reach your arms. And release your arms back to your heart center. Turn out to your right side, triangle pose. I'm going to do half moon after, so if you want your block or anything, you can have it close by or do triangle near the wall. So right leg turn out from the hip, left foot turn in, float out your arms. Exhale, gaze down, follow your hand down. And then just gaze lightly forward. Practicing that half moon gaze where you just keep your eyes low, reach your arms. Concentrate on earth in this pose instead of belly. So you feel solidly grounded. Breathe one more time. Inhale, come up. Stay on this side for half moon pose. So one approach is to shift into balance on the front leg, lift up the back leg, reach the arms up and down. So you can start from low and build up, or start from high and just try to find a spot where you can have that choice to flow in and out a few times, or hold. For this season, it is best to not do the most vigorous version. Just do a nice, good feeling version. Have a little bit more time with it. And release out. Turn to the other side for those two. Remember, just doing your best is all that yoga asks of you. Try again, do your best. Triangle first. Follow your gaze down. And then turn your face a little bit forward. Keep eyes on the floor. Reach up your arm. Toe no belly. And then focus on earth, feet, all the way to the body, coming down. From that groundedness, we enjoy the openness. Breathe deeply one more time. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, lifting out a triangle. Shift weight to the front leg, lift the back. Reach the arms up and down. If you need to try again or want to flow in and out, try that. Steady, low eyes. Can you soften in? Breathe out. Bend your knee a bit and release down. And step to top third of your mat. Hips stay forward, Parsvottanasana, straight leg back. Find your balance. Lower arm first, coming into cow face arm. So the lower arm, palm faces back, bring it back, bend your elbow. So just trying to come up your spine. Upper arm, palm faces forward, bring it back in space, bend your elbow, and come behind your spine from the top. So wherever your arms reach is cool. Work them towards each other a bit more if you can. Hook your longest fingers if you can. And then exhale into the forward fold. So just keep the chest leading, the elbows lifted away from each other. And really feel the earth come into that front foot, but share it with the back foot. One more breath is 5, steady. Feel complete with exhale. Inhale energy to come up and go gently back. Keep your gaze down. Carefully release your arms and your legs. Second side, finding that balance first. And now the left arm, palm faces back. Bend your elbow. Just try to find the center of your back and come up to some degree. Top arm, palm faces forward. Bring it back in space. Bend your elbow. So the back center of the skull, the upper back, wherever you reach. Work with yourself compassionately. Breathe in, gaze down. Breathe out, forward fold slowly. Find your own happy degree of the forward fold and then concentrate on keeping the chest leading, the spread between the elbows. Four, one more deep breath. Inhale energy here to come up, keep your eyes down, just lean back gently. Center, release the arms and the legs. And then step out to the right side, warrior B position. So on your mat, turn your right leg out, bend your knee over your ankle, find your lunge. And then float your arms front and back. Turning up the head towards the front arm. So horizon gaze is a low gaze, just use that level. Feel your body settle into the shape as you meditate upon it. Ground it into it as you breathe out. Leaning and reaching. Keep your gaze low. Reach your arm, extended side angle pose. Feeling free to come down to the floor if you would like. So resisting looking up at your reaching hand today. But keep the eyes steady. Feel the groundedness of this shape. One more breath. And then back out of it and change to the other side. Transfer the knee over ankle other way. Find your nice spread out lunge. Reach out your arms when you're ready. Try to have nice symmetry to your reaching. Horizon gaze on the fingertips. Return to the idea that you are meditating upon this shape, that all focus is here, this moment, and that you can create peace and softness, stillness and stability, openness and strength. Exhale, Parsvakonasana. Resting on the leg or the floor. Keep your gaze on the floor today, just comfortably turned. Three. One more time with your exhale. Then inhale energy, rise up, and turn feet the same way with a comfortable turning out and having a little fluid side to side lunge. So turn your own knees towards your toes in a comfortable way, all the way into each side, low gazing, flow, and release. Feel the strength of your legs, press them into the earth. One more time each way, establish it, and then press it away and establish other side, and press. Wide parallel feet, long spine, gaze down. Exhale into forward fold. Bend your knees as needed, belly flies up, head reaches down, shoulders stay drawn into the body. So as the belly holds its stillness, the rib cage breathes. Try to gently lengthen your spine and the backs of your legs one more time. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale there. Ground the hands to the legs and come all the way up. Roll your shoulders back and down. And step to top of mat, Virabhadrasana A, Warrior A. Big step back, front knee bends. Take your right elbow underneath your left and wrap up into your eagle arms. Exhale, lean forward inside your front knee a bit. All the standing poses are grounding poses. Breathe out again, feel complete. Release your arms, stand up and change to the other side. Step and step. Establish your hips forward, lunge shape. And then the left elbow comes underneath. The eyes here are interesting. You have just soft, receptive eyes, hands right in front of your eyes. Just observe what your brain does, how you see kind of two versions of your arms and your wrists. Just kind of shadowy. You can see the floor in front of you. You just try not to attach. Just let the eyes see what they see. Like an artist. Exhale into the humble warrior, folding forward, bowing in. Fourth breath, exhale, just one more time. Find a good space in which to reside. And then let it go, let it be. Arms up, gaze down. Fold in. Exhale. Take your hands down and take your legs back. Bring your right knee forward between your hands. Pigeon pose variation, folding that knee, sliding your other leg straight back. So really use the arms to begin with to refine that shape. Find to put a blanket underneath your hip or to rest over on it. Also find to come to your back and take a figure four instead if you need to do something different. Sometimes hips are like that. So let's come into pigeon with an idea of fluidness. A little bit of rocking in the hips from side to side. Try to relax your upper body. Let your eyes relax. Make sure your back kneecap is gently lifted. Steadiness in the body, relaxation in the eyes, and complete surrender to the breath. Fully occupy the infinite present moment. And back to a little idea of a little side-to-side rock, if you'd like. Like you're trying to just ease your way a little more deeply into the shape. And then exhale, be still, and come to sit over onto the right hip. Use your arms to come upright and transition to Janushirasana, swinging that back leg around so the knee is facing upward. Turn towards the straight leg and slide your way out, just easing in. Find your own good sensations. Where's that sweet place where the work is deep and positive? What can you relax? The steadiness of the breathing and a gentle lengthening through the top of your skull. A little freedom to do a little side to side or any movement that you would like to add. Reinforces the groundedness. And be still. Inhale energy up and changing sides, folding that left knee at the front of the mat, taking your right leg and stretching it back. Using your arms to try to square your pelvis, set your legs. Come forward and down. And then a little opportunity for a little shifting, a little movement. Keep it really positive. And now some stillness. Double check your back kneecap, resetting it sometimes. Effortless effort. And another invitation for a little bit of rocking or movement if you would like. And then an exhale, transition to Janushirasana, sitting over onto the outside of your hip. Just come upright and then swing your back leg around so the toes and knee turn up and slide out towards that straight leg. Ease your way forward. Mindfully, carefully, find positive work in your body. Relax what you can. The extended leg is a little bit activated. Spine is lengthening. The fall season is a very windy one, stirring up Vata energy, which is light and airy. We're having lots of real time to be grounded, to notice grounding. Helps keep us grounded. Deeply breathe again. And then come up and lie down. Lie down with your legs straight, round your spine, tuck your chin, reach your arms forward, and just carefully Release back, bend your knees, bring your feet in, align your spine. Option to stay on the floor with your sacrum, or to place a block underneath it if you want, if you have one, or to press up and lift up. So just a little freedom of bridge, focusing on earth and grounding no matter which version you take. Return to the idea of effortless effort. Deeply breathe in. Breathing out, release your block or your spine down. Draw in your knees to your chest. Taking happy baby feet if you would like, or just hold your knees more. Make sure your neck is long, so you're centered on the back of your skull, forehead slightly higher than your chin. Aided by a blanket is okay at this point, at this moment. Breathe out, transition back to knees in. Rocking up to seated, hold your shins. First, weight back towards your head, and then use your momentum, hold your shins and rock up. Stretch out your legs. Draw your low belly in and fold forward. Drape out your arms, draw back your toes lightly, and release the back of your body. Deep breath. Try this a few times. Breathe out. Breathe in like halfway lift pose. Inhale, and then exhale, fold back in for 3 breaths. Waking up the soles of the feet, the backs of the legs, the backs of your seat, and your torso, your back. Back of head and neck. Inhale to halfway lift pose. And one more big exhale to go into your forward fold. And then keeping this shape in mind, lie down, tuck your chin, legs straight if possible, release back. Center your spine and your head, arms by your sides. Lift up your legs. Easier is to bend the knees and then straighten the legs up if you can. Draw them up from the ground. Bring them towards you. We're doing an upside down version of what we just did. If you want to lift your hips up more, you may, or just lift them up a little bit. Feeling the back of the body, grounding the upper body now. Be soft and open. And a slow release of the spine and hips down, legs up into the air. Rest your hands to support your legs a bit. Feel the earth. Soften and close your eyes. And then bend in your knees. Let the knees open as the feet come down to the floor. Hold your low rib cage with your hands, just gently cradling and cupping those floating ribs. If your low back is overly arched here, just bring your feet away and your hips away from your head a little bit to make space for your back so you can relax. Enjoy your breathing. And take your hands down to your inner legs for a moment, keeping the arms down. Just let them softly open the inseams. Feeling a nice flow of energy in the body. Exhale. Bring your right knee over towards the left. And then reach your head and arms the other way. Maybe even the arms overhead today in resting twist to help stimulate the heart and the lung meridians a bit. Just resting in a twist on your back. Make sure that everything's comfortable first. Make those little adjustments if there are any, and then relax. So letting this be part of our resting. Eyelids heavy. Beginning to let the jaw release. So letting the lips come apart slightly, the teeth also apart slightly. It's okay to rest your top teeth on your bottom lip lightly, just to support the jaw. Soft jaw. Breathe out again. Recenter your torso, open back to Supta Baddha Konasana for a moment. Relax the legs open. And then bring the left knee across towards the right. Easy legs, what feels nice. Let the torso head to the left. Arms overhead, elbows comfortably bent. Turn your head as well. Eyes soft, closed. Relax into your breathing. As much stillness, except for that gentle breath. Softness in the jaw, in the mouth. The face relaxed. And then return to the back of your body, this time for resting pose. So tuck your blanket around you, put your socks on if you like. Try not to disturb yourself too much. So stay on your back if you add any clothing. Try to just stay grounded. Letting the body stretch out and rest on the back. So we have lots of nice contact with the earth here. Backs of the hands resting on the floor, feet falling open. Press into the back of your skull and your arms to lift your chest a little bit, shoulder blades together and down, and then release your body back on them. And that might create a little arch in the low back, so we'll now ground your heels, lift your hips a little bit up, and pull them down, trying to make length in your low back and the back of your pelvis. So just let yourself relax and be. Eyes stay closed and soft. And the instruction is to rest. Let the physical brain rest back into the fluid surrounding it. And rest back into the back of the skull. The heart relaxes. The breath is relaxed. Your nervous system calm and relaxed. Stay on your back. First Moment of Autumn Recognized by Robert Penn Warren. Hills haven the last cloud, however white, from brightest blue, spills glitter of afternoon, more champagne than ever. More champagne than ever summer. Bubble and sparkle, burst in tang, taste, tangle, tingle, delicious on tongue of spirit, joyful in eye beam. We know this to be no mere moment, however brief, however blessed, for moment means time, and this is no time, only the dream, untimed, between season and season. Let the leaf, gold of birch, of beech, forever hang, not vegetable matter mortal, but in no whatsoever breath of air. No, embedded in perfection of crystal, purer than air. You, embedded too in crystal, stand, your being perfected at last, in the instant itself, which is unbreathing. Can you feel breath brush your damp lips? How can you know? An invitation to gently move your breath more deeply again. An invitation to release stillness from your body, process. A process of returning upright on your seat. Move slowly, deliberately, pausing, grounding. Make your way there, perhaps still cuddled in your blanket, wrap it around your shoulders or your legs. Take a moment to come to easy pose. Bringing your dominant hand to the space between your eyebrows with the first two fingers. Just lightly touch. Feel that touch. Close your eyes. Breathe from the right side. Lightly close the left. Counting about 4 counts each time you breathe. So inhale from right. Exhale to the left. Alternating sides. Left inhale. Right exhale. Once more this direction. Right and left. Then begin from the left side. Flow out the right. In through the right, the sun. Out through the left, the moon. And back to the sun with our last breath. Inhale, left side. Exhale, right. Fingertips between the eyebrows. Breathe deeply, both sides. Just float. Release down your hand. Without looking, let your hands find each other. Feel their energy. Line them up. Lift the skin of your heart center with your thumbs and bow your forehead to your fingertips. Shoulders are back, chest is open. Breathe in, lift your chin. Namaste. Happy fall. Thank you for practicing with me. Stay and meditate on your mat a little longer if you have time. Just in these